you click on this video, it's not clickbait. I will show you guys how I got a Helos and a FRITZ in just 3 weeks. Now, that's 3 weeks of just starting AOTR. Like, literally, I started AOTR update 4.5 when the Colossal guy came out. And I'm gonna be honest, to get both mythic families in just 3 weeks, you're gonna need to be crazy lucky. So what exactly do I mean by insane luck? Well, to be honest, in my first week of playing, I spun Helos. And I didn't keep the Helos though. I downgraded it for 2 FRITZ, and I gave one to myself and to my friend. And you're gonna be saying, whoa there, buddy, we do not have that luck. And don't worry, I know a lot of you won't have that luck, right? So we're gonna be doing the next best thing, which is also gambling. We're gonna be buying crates, and in more particular, we're gonna be buying the Scout Fashion crate, because if you notice, we can get angel wings. Now, luckily enough, I also spun angel wings, and I had a FRITZ at the time, right? But I was keeping it to the side. That's just for me to get through the game, because I don't want to trade it off. I needed it to progress, right? So angel wings was my first valuable item besides FRITZ. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna get a valuable item, and you can either do that by trading, or like I did, is rolling crates. And if you're doing the latter, you're gonna need gems. And if you don't have a lot of gems, watch my previous video on how to get gems. It works pretty well for me, and it worked pretty well. You know, I got angel wings. So now that we have step 1 done, and you have some kind of special rare item, what you're gonna do is, if you're not already, you're gonna join the Discord server, the official one, and then you join the trading one. Now, pretty much you're just gonna trade and you're gonna flip. If you have no experience in trading, I'd recommend using the official value list, but don't use it for like a 1-to-1. What you're gonna do is you're gonna go in the Discord channel, and for the item that you want, say, you're gonna put it in that message, and then you're gonna look for like what people are offering and what people are like accepting for that item. That's a better way of understanding demand and supply in the game. You can also like ask around too, right? People, a lot of experienced players, they know a lot more stuff. Now, you're gonna be sending your, say, angel wings, and you're gonna be like doing for offers. You're gonna be keep posting it until you find like an overpay, or if you can underpay for something, right? Because we never want to do a fair trade.
Tell them to bring me my money.
You want to make value. Now, you have to get lucky with this as well, and this is what I mean by another factor of luck, because if you get traders that aren't the most intelligent and you can like lowball them, go ahead, that's a free steal, right? But other times you most likely will not get a DM, and it might take a while. That's why, you know, this is a game of patience. You're just gonna keep trying to find that perfect person. Okay, so after getting my angel wings, I looked across for different trades, and I found this best one for me. And keep in mind, this video is recorded in the future, and back then angel wings had more demand, but I traded it for an Equinox Moon and 2 Viz. Now, I think at the time this was either a small L or a fair, or even a small W. Now, I didn't mind doing this exchange because I knew angel wings was dropping, and Equinox Moon and 2 Viz are a much more stable like cosmetic. They have much more stable demand, and they weren't dropping at all. It's also important to look for trades beyond your main item. You don't always want to look for the angel wings trade, because you might miss some of the easy ones. Now, in this instance, I got a +1 game pass for just a shard, a couple shards, and an attack serum. That's a crazy low ball, and I got a crazy return back, right? That's an insane trade and I wouldn't have gotten that if I just stayed tunnel focused on angel wings. So now by this point in the game, I have a lot of scrolls, and whether that was through grinding for the missions, or, you know, just literally progressing through the game, I had maybe like 120. Now, with these 100 scrolls, I luckily got a trade for a Colossal Serum. And even today, 100 scrolls for a Colossal Serum is a small W, because Colossal Serum can fetch around 120, and at this time right now, it was significantly more than that. So after getting this Colossal Serum, I took my trades, and I went and I got a FRITZ. and I traded my Equinox Moon, my 2 Viz, and that serum that I literally just got like a minute ago, and I got a FRITZ. And now by this point, I had 2 FRITZ. Okay, so now at this point, I have 2 FRITZ, and that's all I have to my name. I want to keep 1 FRITZ just so I can personally play with it, and I want to trade 1 FRITZ up to Helos. So how did I do that? Well, I knew at the time Colossal Serum is insanely high demand, and it's relatively easy to get. So what I did is I just grinded Colossal Raids. And here we go again with another factor of luck. I was incredibly lucky that day, and I got 1 Colossal Serum, 2 Colossal Serums in just 2 hours. Again, some of you won't be that lucky, but like I said, that's just a factor of luck, right? That's just how I got it naturally, and I was just lucky enough to get that to boost my progression. Now, another trade that I did to get a Colossal Serum was trading this auto sell Game Pass for a Colossal Serum, but not just a Colossal Serum, also 50 keys. Now, I'm gonna be honest, this was entirely lucky. You're probably not gonna find a trade like this. Let's just be for real. I was lucky enough that this guy, he had no idea what he was doing. He probably just got this serum and he didn't know the value of it, and he ultimately overpaid by an extensive amount. Right, so you know, when you're trading, sometimes you get incredibly lucky like that, or you might even lose out, right? You win some, you lose some. Now at this point, I had 4 Colossal Serums, and what I did to get another one was actually trade 80 scrolls for the serum. And I got, again, incredibly lucky with that trade because it at least goes for 100 minimum. And now finally, the actual trade for Helos. What I did was trade a +1 drop, 5 Colossal Serums, a FRITZ, 51 scrolls, and 32-hour luck potions. Now, I got those potions from grinding the candy canes and buying luck potions. To sum up the video, I literally just showed you guys and I broke down how I got nothing to Helos. Now, ignore the FRITZ at the beginning. That was just for solely progression purposes. But I literally went from nothing to Helos. Right? To break down the method, you're gonna want to start and you're gonna need at least 1 valuable item. You can either farm Colossal Raids or you can spin for crates. And you're gonna want to trade. Of course, you're gonna want to trade. That's how it is. And the most underlining factor to everything is luck, whether that actually be like drop rate luck or finding traders type of luck, right? I'm just here to show you guys that it was possible, and if you do like the video, leave a like and sub, please.